Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Unemployed to Unstoppable. Since you were last with us, fortunes have been a little bit better. Etete started scoring. There are a couple of bits of news to catch up with. I suppose first and foremost is the league table. So we're up into third, 8 games, 17 points, 2 draws, 1 loss, 5 wins, which is pretty good. And if I take you into the schedule, you can see kind of where them results have come from. Obviously, you were there for the Blackburn loss and the draw at Leyton Orient in the league. So we went on to get knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Notts County. Oh, sorry, that's the game you've seen. Swindon, we got beat at home. We then got an away win at Salford. We got a draw at Grimsby. We lost in the Papa John's Trophy against Man U under 23s. But then we've been on a 4-game winning streak, at which Etete started to score some goals. So if you just nip into the tactics, he's on to 6 now. So you can see from the player form there, things have gone a little bit better. We've gone to a defensive midfielder, a ball-winning midfielder and a Mazzala. And we have made another transfer, which I'll just show you as well to bring you up to speed, if I can find the right tab. So in terms of transfer history of players coming in, we brought in William Hondermark, centre midfielder, who's he's got quite a lot of ability actually. We got him in on a free, and if we just have a quick look at his development, his reports, he's got potential to be a good League One player. I did think that was going to be the end of the transfer business, but then an opportunity presented itself to bring in another player, Casper Nilsson at right back. He was only on a C rating from the scouts, but when you look at his reports of development, he's potentially Premier League standard. So I think we brought him in. He doesn't quite fit the system because he's a wing back and we tend to play with full backs, but what we will do is we'll try and develop him and sell him on for a profit because he came in for free, and where there's money to be had to develop the club, we will use it. In terms of matches this episode then, we have a home game against Notts County and a Papa John's game against Barnsley. That'll take us to the 9th game in the league, and just another cup game is a little bit of a distraction to see where we are about a quarter of the way into the season. So bear with me, I'll click through, I'll get us ready for the first match, and hopefully we can carry on this little bit of form we've been having because things have been going quite well so far. Welcome back. So here we go for the first game of the episode at home to Notts County in the league. We've got 7 in goals. We've got a back 4 of Morris, Mitchell, Nelson and Welsh Hayes. Midfield 3 of Francois, Haygarth and Kirby. And on the wings we've got Chadwick, Hondermark with Etete carrying on up front. See if he can build on his 6 goals. 5 of them have been in the last 5 games. So he is on a terrific run and long may that continue. We'll get into the game. It's a game, odds-wise, it's probably fairly even, to be honest, and they're not a small team. They did knock us out of the cup previously, which was a little bit disappointing because we were leading that game. But what it does tell us is we had perhaps the better of them before. We've tweaked our formations to hopefully improve ourselves. We're on a good run, so hopefully we can enact a little bit of revenge in this match. Certainly I would be very, very happy if we get one over on them, because I'd rather have a league win over a cup win, because the league is where our focus should lie. Notts County playing the ball out the back then. Intercepted by Welsh Hayes. Chance for us to counter. Nelson on the ball. Kirby through the midfield. Francois puts it out to Hondermark and it goes to Etete, but he can't quite get his foot on it and it's cleared. So we get a chance to break again. Welsh Hayes on the right. But yeah, it fizzles out. This time Francois got the ball in the middle of the park. Chadwick down the left-hand side. Good little interchanges in the middle of the park. In it goes, and he's been brought down. Hondermark's been brought down. Nia Kirby will step up. First penalty of the season for us, I believe this is. Not seen him take one, so yeah, good finish. Good midfielder, and there's been a lot of interest in Nia Kirby. Wrexham have probably made, I want to say close to 10 offers for him. Each one is poor as the offer before it, and we've managed to reject every single one so far, because I don't think we can really replace him with a like-for-like current ability player. So if I can hold on to him, I will. I have kind of promised him if they meet his valuation, he'll go, but hopefully I've set that valuation at a level that they won't really come back in for. But we'll see. We'll see how it develops. But look at this. bloody done it again. They keep messing up my little window. I want my player ratings and my player formations, not the opposition, but it keeps defaulting back. And I'm not sure why. Hondermark down the right hand side then. Can he beat his man? Yes, he can. Chance to deliver it into the box. And again, it's cleared, but looking promising. But it's very similar to the first game in which we took the lead. Hondermark got the beating of his man again. This time he delivers it in, and Tete. 6 games in a row. Really starting to develop into what we thought he might be in terms of a first team striker. He did come in a little bit under on current ability, but he's certainly starting to thrive and really take his opportunities. That's a much better view now. We can see our players. I was going to say we're playing well, but nobody really had a green rating, which is very unusual. So now that we've got our players on and our formation, it looks a little bit healthier. So they've got a chance to throw the ball out from their own, make a chance of their own, but we've managed to win the ball back again, and this is a kind of a signature of our play. Chadwick gets in, and Tete nearly on for another goal there. So great play. Really well in the middle of the park. We're doing good on possession. We're doing good on counters. And we have only had 2 shots on target, but they've both been goals. But coming into half-time, it's looking very, very promising. And again, we're probably a little bit ahead of where I expected us to be at this stage of the season. But I'm not going to complain at that. So we'll send them out with a bit of a morale boost. But we are happy with the way they're playing. We are happy with the number of shots and chances we're getting. In between games, I've been getting a little bit of stick off Jurgen Klopp. He's not been happy that I've been playing Frondorf on the right. Obviously, I brought him in initially to play on the left, but when our first team winger got sold, he had to kind of play there. So it's Francois delivers it into Hondermark. Oh, it's a chance, but it doesn't go. So I had to play Frondorf on the right, and Jurgen Klopp didn't like it. He wants him to play on the left-hand side as an inverted winger. But Chadwick's actually on a really good run of games, and with Hondermark coming in on the right, Frondorf's kind of found himself benched. And until one of these players slips up or has a dip in form or requires a rest for fitness, Frondorf's going to have to kind of lump it and deal with it on the bench, because I'm not one for changing a winning mentality. Tete looks tired, and well, you talk about him, his ears must be burning, but Frondorf gets to come on up front, and I'm sure Jurgen Klopp will be on the blower again, telling me he wants him to play on a left wing. But do you know what? If you want to recall him from his loan, you'll have to recall him. Nilsson coming on as well at right back. Again, a chance to develop him a little bit. I think he might be a little bit of a moneymaker for us. I'm surprised he got his work permit, but a young Swedish player at right back. A lot of potential. He had some good stats on him. If I can just catch him there, Casper Nilsson. Yeah, he could really develop into a great player. He's already had 1 cap for the Swedish team, so a Cannoneer will come on for the final change with 4 minutes to go. Looking like we might secure these 3 points, and again, they're very valuable. It's Hondermark. Oh, do you know, is that commentator's curse, chat? I mean, I did say Frondorf's not going to get a chance unless there's an injury, and what happens in the very same game? Got no substitutions left, so I'm just going to leave that right hand side open. Nilsson will just have to pick up the pieces for 5 minutes. And by the time they figure out there's nobody there, hopefully the game will be over as we go into the last minute of injury time, and the whistle should be about to go. There we go. Solid 2-0 performance. Never really looked in any danger of conceding. But as you can see there, we finished the game a man down, and let's hope that is not a significant injury, because since since he's come in on the right hand side, and I've forgot his name, he is so new. Hondermark, he's been absolutely fantastic, and if we lose him for a significant period of time, it could really damage what we're trying to do in the league this year. There you go. We've hit the 20 points mark after 9 games already, which, again, players who've been playing before knows that getting points on the board early is normally quite key to your success. Let's have a look at the injury. 4 to 5 weeks with a physio, twisted ankle. Bit of a blow, but I mean, it could have been worse. what I'll do is I'll click through the games. I'll get us ready for the Papa John's game, which will be a little break from the league. So stay tuned, and I will see you all very shortly. Welcome back for the Papa John Trophy game against Barnsley. This is the second match in the group stage, and if we don't win this one, we're essentially out. So it's kind of an all or nothing for us here. Starting lineup: Savin in goals. We've got back four of Morris, Mitchell, Nelson, and Nilsson coming in at right back. Ask steps forward in defensive midfield role. Got Francois and Kirby filling out the rest. Then we've got Cannonier and Jones on the wings with Tete up front. So we'll just see how we get on, really. There's a lot of players that are kind of just getting their first games. It's still fairly early in the season, although I would expect fitness levels should be sufficient for people to play multiple games in the week now. And anyone who's not ready has probably just been signed or not had the exposure to the first team yet. Barnsley currently sit third in their division, so it could be a tough game, but we'll give it our best. But also on the flip side, I'm not particularly disappointed if we got knocked out the Papa John's Trophy, if it means we have a stronger team for some of the league games. But we'll see. Pleased to see that it's kept the Accrington stats and formations on my little page, because I was starting to get a little bit cheesed off. And again, I'm not sure why it kept doing it, but there you go. All right, so 6 minutes into the game. Bit of a positive start for us in terms of shots on target and possession, but it'll even itself out as the game goes on. No chances as of yet, but we'll see how we do. I'm interested to see how Kasper Nilsson gets on with a full game at right back. He is more of an actual full back than a wing back, but yeah, we'll see how he develops. We might be able to develop him into that kind of wing back role. He's certainly got the attributes and the ability for it. It's just exposure to the first team and making sure he plays matches at the right level to develop him in the right way. Cannonier, who came in as kind of reserve striker, he's been getting more and more exposure on the inverted winger on the left-hand side, so he might well develop into that position as well. But again, I think in terms of squad depth and squad quality, we're looking pretty good, I think. We are still flying reasonably high in the league. After 9 games, we're in a pretty strong position. We'll see if we can keep the momentum up till that January period. And we all know when you get to January, if you're in with a shout, it might just be you dip your toes into that transfer market, even if you just slightly creep over the wage budget. I know it's a little bit cheeky, but needs must and all that. As Barnsley had a throw in, but we managed to pick it off them, made a break down the right hand side into Tete. He's out wide on this occasion. Jones gets a chance. Nilsson now into Kirby. Nilsson. We've lost the ball. Francois. Nilsson gets a chance to deliver it again. Still just pinged around the edge of the box as Jones fires one in. Morris a goalmouth scramble, but unfortunately we're not able to get a real clear-cut chance, and it fizzles out to nothing. So approaching half-time, not a bad performance. I think we've dominated the possession. We've had the lion's share of the chances. We just really need to make sure we get one delivered into the right area at the right time to get a Tete. Hopefully he can score for the 6th or 7th game in a row, which would be some achievement. You can see their XG, we're a little bit better. Again, just a little bit of a team talk. We'll go with what the assistant recommends. It's 9 times out of 10, touch wood, they're right. Occasionally they will tell you to say the wrong thing, so just be wary that you don't go in and upset everybody at half time, because I don't want to say I've been caught out too many times, but it's definitely been more than once. So here we go, just past the 50th minute. XG's just gone past 1. Again, not a bad performance, but if we're going to take this competition realistically and give ourselves a chance of getting out of the group stage, we really need to be winning this game. We obviously lost at Man City under 23s, which again, you could argue either way. We should be able to beat their young team, but also they've probably got a higher calibre of young team than most teams around. So I was and I wasn't disappointed. And again, it's not the priority of the season. The priority is to league position, grow the club in stature, grow our manager reputation, and potentially move on again. So they've got thrown in the right back position as they move up the pitch. Can we win it back? Frondorf's got it back. Francois into Jones. Plays back into Jones. And he takes his shot and he buries it well. So that's his first goal of the season. Coming at the right time. 18 minutes to go. Puts us 1-0 up. And gives us that chance of maybe getting into the next round. Because as you can see there, we would be on 2 points along with Crewe and Man City. I believe they'd be on 6, in fact. Man City, I think. Can't seem to scroll that up, but you'll have to take my word for it. Don't know why I can't scroll up, and it is irritating me slightly, but nothing I can do about it. I'm sure we'll see it at the end of the game. So there we go. Yeah, they'll be on 6 points. We'll be on 3, Crewe on 3, and then Barnsley on 0. So it would give us a chance of going through, but again, it's not essential. So into the final minute, ball in our goalkeeper's hands. I'd like to think we don't mess it up from here, but stranger things have happened. Jones has broke right through the midfield. Oh, and he did so well until the finish. As we just go into injury time, we'll take Francois off and get Haygarth on, just to give him a little bit of a rest in case he's carrying a niggle. We've dropped. Oh, we've gone up to, I don't know what it says, up to 3rd. We were 2nd in another table a minute ago, but final whistle goes. Job done. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. Jones with his first goal of the season. And yeah, a double victory episode. It's not often we've had them. It's always nice when they come along. It puts us in with a shout. We've got kind of an all or nothing game against Crewe next time around to see if we can get through. And it's always nice to have your name in the hat, but like we said, it's not the priority. So yeah, we'll have a quick look at the league table just so we see where we're on in terms of points. So 4 points off the top, going good. A quick dip into the schedule to see where we'll bring you back. I mean, it's quite a long way till Northampton, Exeter but yeah, Northampton, Exeter will bring you back. Gives us a chance to get towards the kind of 20 game mark, and that'll see where we are approximately halfway through the season. So yeah, hopefully you've liked what you've seen. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. The journey's been going well so far. I was unsure of what was going to happen when we changed job to Accrington. You can always go one of 2 ways. On this occasion, it's took a turn for the better. So long may this journey continue. It's going well. For those playing along in a save, I hope you're having similar fortunes, and take care until next time, and I'll hopefully see you soon.